So it's Laura from Get Bronzed here. I'm just doing a little Q&A about tanning for your competitions, just so you've got some general advice before you prep for your competition. So the main thing that most people ask or need to know is that you do need to book with a competition tanner. We still have so many people turn up on the day that have gone to a salon down the high street who have said that they can do a really dark tan, and then they turn up and realise how light they are compared to everybody else. So that's really important that you do actually book with the competition tanner. We use special competition tanning product. It's not something that you can get on a high street salon, and it is dark enough for the stage. You need to be dark enough for the stage. It's not a good look, it's not something you'd want to walk around in day to day, although I quite like to be really dark. But you do need it for the stage, you need it for the lighting, you need it for helping accentuate your muscles, and all the hard work that you've putting in for the stage. You need to get that tan. It's really important. So don't let yourself down by not booking in. Make sure you book in with one of the official tanners. So you've got 3 for Pure Elite. You've got Get Bronzed, Show Tan and Flawless. So we'll all be there to help. Make sure you book in with one of us. Lots of people ask about skin prep. Every company will send out their own skin prep advice, so make sure you follow your own company's advice that you've booked with. But as a general, there's kind of a few guidelines that you can follow. Main thing being is prepping your skin quite far in advance, so thinking about exfoliating your skin and starting that process quite a long time beforehand, so that your skin has got rid of all its dead skin cells. Keep it moisturised and hydrated, so that your skin's in a really good condition for the tan. That will really help the tan look really, really smooth and even on stage, and it'll show as soon as we tan you, we know if you've prepped your skin or not. It's quite obvious. So the best thing for you is to make sure that it's done properly, because it looks so much better with the tan on. So exfoliate, try and use like an oil-free pH balanced scrub. Again, your competition tanning company that you book with will tell you what to use if you need to know. Moisturise your skin, keep it hydrated, remove any hair like at least kind of 28 to 48 hours beforehand, depending on how you're removing your hair. If you're waxing, you need to make sure that you've done that way in advance. Check that your skin doesn't react, see how your skin copes with that. And if you do that regularly, then that's okay. Then do that kind of a week or so before the stage. If you've not done it before, don't 2 days before you're going on stage just decide to wax your whole body. It's not a good idea. It's not going to work. So just make sure that you've tried those things out. If you're shaving your skin, make sure you've done it again kind of quite far in advance. Make sure your skin's used to that process. Don't use a brand new razor. There's lots of little tips, but again, your company will send you the advice when you book your tan. So yeah, you've done all that 28 to 48 hours before, and then make sure on the morning of the show, the morning of your tan, which will be the day before the show, make sure you have your last shower, kind of you can exfoliate and stuff then. Make sure every product is rinsed off in the shower, so that you're in the shower long enough to rinse off any residue of any product at all. And then once you're dry, do not put any product on your skin, so no moisturiser at that point, no deodorant, no makeup, nothing on your skin when you come to see us for your tan. Your tan will sit better on your skin if you've got no product there. It will not work if you've got product on your skin. So that's really important. It's also really important that afterwards you wear the right stuff. The amount of people that come to our tanning appointments with the wrong clothing gets me really wound up, because we tell you in advance what you need to wear, the type of things you need to wear for a reason. If you want your tan to look good, you want it to last overnight and on the stage without any marks, then you need to look after it. So we kind of advise you wear really dark, really lightweight, so kind of really light cotton or silk clothing, but also we say extremely, extremely loose. Some people still don't really get that. They'll turn up with a t-shirt that is maybe they're a size small normally, probably most of you wouldn't be, men or women, I don't know, you would be, a size small normally, and you'll bring a medium. That's not big enough, that's not what we mean. We mean extremely large, so we kind of meaning go to Primark way in advance, buy yourself super, super large size, non-elasticated but drawstring waist bottoms with like no cuffs, really with big, loose, long-sleeved, baggy tops, and making sure that's been through the wash a good few times before you come to your appointment. We need it washed through. You can't be brand new clothing. You definitely want that if you've got any kind of fluff inside. The amount of people that turn up with really fluffy bottoms, that's just going to stick to their tan. So you don't want that kind of material really. You want really lightweight material. Either way, it needs to be washed lots of times beforehand, and make sure you don't buy anything red, because the dye in the red clothing can sometimes turn the tan a funny colour. So loose, lightweight, drawstring if possible. Don't forget, we and some other companies sell some products that are perfect to wear after tanning, so make sure you look into that as well on our websites. They're really, really good to wear and comfy and stylish, and not just for post-tanning, just for general hanging about on a Sunday. Anytime you have a tan in life, they're really, really useful, so have a look into that as well. Sleeping, most people need to know that they need to wear socks on their hands. The amount of people we get kind of handprints all over themselves the next day is huge. We can blend those things in and we can fix marks, but people get stressed when they're day before the competition, they've found out they've woken up and they've got a handprint. They'll get really worried. We can fix it. May sometimes not totally disappear. We'll do all our best we can, and generally we can kind of blend those things totally in. But your best option is to try and make sure those things don't happen by following our advice with your clothes and putting socks on your hands to sleep, so that you don't kind of hold your hand somewhere and kind of the sweat will create a handprint. And also make sure you don't get wet. So obviously no showers or anything till after the stage. Being really careful, going to the toilet, brushing your teeth, everything like that. You have to be super, super careful. Some people ask about what to do about washing their hair. You're not going to be able to wash your hair the morning of the show, so you need to have done that before you've come for your tanning appointment as a general. Some people may be able to kind of do it over the bath and get some friends to help and put towels around their heads to make sure it doesn't go on their face and around their neck. Wear gloves, but try not to if you can. Girls with makeup appointments, most of the makeup artists will remove the tan, the kind of colour of the tan with the makeup wipe before they put the makeup on, which is perfect, and then blend that all in, so that's fine. You can do that kind of thing as well. But we can fix things, so just if you are waking up in the morning and you've realised you've got marks all over your tan, try not to get stressed. Whichever company you're with, just contact them. They'll have given you their details, so contact them, ask them what you should do, send them some pictures, and they'll give you some advice that day. But the main thing is don't worry, because most things we can fix. People ask what they should sleep kind of in if they're staying at a hotel. We advise you to take your own sheets and towels. So lots of people will take either a single or a double duvet cover and then just kind of sleep inside it, without the duvet obviously, which is perfect. So that's kind of obviously then behind you and in front of you, so you're not going to get anything on the hotel sheets and the hotel sheets in the bed. And then take your own towels. Be careful about toilet seats. You don't want to get an extra charge from the hotels, and that can happen, so just be really careful about that. Other frequently asked questions we get. People ask us about what they should use for like an oil or a glaze before they go on stage. Again, we and any other company you use should be able to provide that for you if they're Backstage providing the full service that day, if you've booked in with one of the official tanners. If you haven't or can't find them or something, try not to kind of use somebody else's. They might be using a different tan or a different product, and it may not work for you. We will always be there to glaze people before stage. We won't be hunting people down and finding them. We will be in one place backstage in the morning of the show, and people need to come to us and we'll put the glaze on them. It takes a couple of minutes. You'll be in your stage wear ready for stage, and we'll put your glaze on you for you. The best thing is trying to avoid kind of the oils and stuff that people use. It's not super great, and it's not a good look on stage, depending on what category you're in. Unless you're doing bodybuilding, you don't really need that kind of really wet look on stage for bikini and fitness and stuff. But yeah, your company should provide you, either be there to provide the glaze on you, or provide you with like a pot of glaze that they would give to you that you can take with you and do yourself backstage. Again, all three official companies will be there on the day of the show backstage to help you, so make sure when you get there, once you've registered, you've kind of hunted down where they'll be, because that's pretty much where they're going to be for the day, and just waiting really for people to come to see us with any problems that they need, any touch-ups that have given you appointments for or talk to you about. So make sure you go and see them. Don't just kind of think everything's okay, because we've had it before actually when a girl's thought she's fine, everything's fine. She hadn't been able to look in the mirror and seen behind her on her calf she actually had a footprint that as soon as obviously she came to see us and get checked we could see, and we could fix for her. So it's important that even if you think you're okay, that you come to the company that you booked with and they check you. So we'll check you over. Doesn't take long. Generally really quick little fixes, maybe sometimes a third coat if people need it, depending on how the tan's taken on their skin, and we can advise you on that. Some people ask us how long the tan lasts. Really depends on your skin and how you look after it and how you've prepped, but as a general it can last as soon as you've had your shower after you've been on stage. It'll look really nice and people love it at that point and they think, wow, it looks like I've been on a really nice holiday. That can last like that really nicely as long as you keep your skin really moisturised and hydrated. If you want to try and kind of maintain it, then just try and avoid kind of swimming, hot saunas, really hot showers, things like that, and try and pat your skin dry rather than rubbing it dry, and then moisturise, and your tan will last nicely. As and when it starts to fade away and kind of look a bit patchy, sometimes people's kind of arms here, legs, drier areas of your skin, then you're best off soaking and exfoliating and scrubbing, trying to get the tan off at that point, because it can look a bit weird otherwise. I don't think there's any other questions. We get asked all the time, so I'm going to leave it at that. But if any of you have any questions about competition tanning, then do send me an email, or kind of on the bottom of this just send me a question and we'll answer it wherever we can for you. Obviously, like I said, Get Bronzed, Show Tan and Flawless will be at all the Pure Elite competitions between us, so make sure you find out who's at your competition and book in with them. Check them out on social media, check a look at their pictures, see what you think about the tans, and you can choose obviously who you book in with. But hopefully we look forward to seeing you soon.